Hello everyone. In the last import videos we have talked about the sequence of functions and their convergence, right? The point-wise convergence and the uniform convergence. So in this video we will talk about series of functions. Okay, so there is a definition. So let Fn be a sequence of real valued functions defined on a subset D of R. Okay, subset D of R. R means real numbers. That is, each Fn is from D, which is a subset of R, to R for each n. Okay, so now we define what is series. So an infinite series is of the form summation of Fn, n running from 1 till infinity. Okay, so this is the way we define an infinite series of functions. Now the natural question which comes into our mind is whether a series is convergent or divergent, right? So for that we need to define sequence of partial sums. Okay, it will be denoted by Sn. Okay, so what is Sn? So S1 of x will be F1x, where x belongs to D, the domain set of F1, right? Similarly, S2x is F1x plus F2x, okay, where x belongs to D. Similarly, Snx will be F1x till the summation of F1x, F2x till Fnx, okay, where x belongs to D, right? So therefore the convergence and divergence of sigma Fn, okay, and running from 1 to infinity, it can be tested according to Sn. Okay, there is a strong relationship between this and this sequence of partial sums. How? If Sn converges, then sigma Fn converges, and if Sn diverges, then sigma Fn diverges. Okay, this is very simple, that you have to just compute the sequence of partial sums and you have to just calculate its limit. Okay, you just have to calculate limit Snx. Okay, you just have to calculate this. If this limit exists, then the Sn is convergent, and therefore sigma Fn converges. And if this limit does not exist, then Sn diverges, and accordingly sigma Fn diverges. Okay, now another thing is, if the modulus series Fnx is convergent for each x in the domain set D, then sigma Fn is absolutely convergent. Okay, this is the definition of absolutely convergent series. Okay, it is absolutely convergent on the domain set D. Okay, similarly, if the sequence of partial sums Sn is uniformly convergent, we all know what is uniformly convergent, we discussed in the last video. Is uniformly convergent, then so is sigma Fn. Okay, similarly, if Sn is pointwise convergent, then so is sigma Fn. Okay, so sigma Fn has all the characteristics according to this sequence of partial sums. Okay, Now to test that whether a given series is uniformly convergent or not, we have a result called Cauchy criterion. Okay, it says that if fn is a sequence of functions on D to R, that is fn is a sequence of real valued functions defined on the subset D of R, then the series sigma fn is uniformly convergent on D if and only for every epsilon greater than 0 there exists a real number m depending only on epsilon, such that if m is greater than n is greater than equal to m, then this thing is strictly less than epsilon. What is this thing? This is basically sigma of fk, k running from 1 to m, minus sigma k running from 1 to n fk, modulus of this. Okay, when this is less than epsilon, then sigma fn is uniformly convergent on D. Okay, now the next result is Weierstrass M-test, which uses Cauchy criterion to get proved. Okay, it says that if Mn is a sequence of positive real numbers, okay, Mn is a sequence of positive real numbers such that for each n in natural number, fn x is less than or equal to Mn for all x in D. Okay, then if the series Mn is convergent, then sigma fn is uniformly convergent. Okay, you just need to find a sequence Mn such that fnx is less than or equal to Mn for each n and for all x in D. Then if Mn is convergent, sigma Mn is convergent, the series sigma Mn is convergent, then the series sigma fn is uniformly convergent. Okay, so let's prove this thing. So if m is greater than n, suppose, then compute this sigma k running from 1 to m fk minus sigma k running from 1 to n fk. Okay, modulus of this you have to compute. What is this? This is sigma k running from n plus 1 till m fk, right? And what is this? This is equal to fn plus 1 x. Okay, we are computing it at x. Okay, plus fn plus 2x till f mx, right? I have just expanded this thing, and by triangle inequality this is less than or equal to fn plus 1x modulus plus modulus of n plus 2x and so on till modulus of f mx, right? And by the assumption this is less than or equal to mn plus 1 x, sorry, mn plus 1 plus mn plus 2 plus so on till f mm, right? mm for all x in D, right? This was our assumption, so I have just applied that modulus. Since modulus of fnx is less than or equal to mn for all x in D and for each n in natural numbers. Okay, I have applied just this result. Now let's assume the hypothesis of Cauchy criterion, that is, if m is greater than n greater than or equal to m epsilon, okay, for some m epsilon in real numbers, then since mn, right, mn, this sequence is convergent, right? This is also the hypothesis of Weierstrass M-test. So since this is convergent, this will imply this sequence is Cauchy, right? Because the real sequence is Cauchy if and only if it is convergent, right? This is the result. So this implies that this is Cauchy. So this implies that modulus of m n plus 1 plus m n plus 2 plus modulus of plus so on till mm, this is less than epsilon for every n comma m greater than or equal to m epsilon, right? So therefore, by the last inequality in the last slide, we get modulus of f n plus 1x plus so on till f mx less than epsilon for all x in D, right? So therefore, by Cauchy criterion, Fn is uniformly convergent. Okay, so we are done with the proof.